start? Me.
That one,
You know,
and that
oh,
one.
where'd you go?
Eric is here, he'll
do it.
Oh, just talking to myself. It's
Chairman.
Yeah.
Was one
I
of
move to approve agenda
the
item
firefighter officer of the year
92-10-24.
awards
Yep.
to
Okay.
the ceremony
Gotcha.
tonight?
Yeah.
So if
They'll
Eric
be
is
ready.
Either
ready to
myself
do
or
it,
Steve.
he's
Okay,
not.
they're in
Okay.
my office.
I'll let
Plan
Steve
B.
know, and then if he
Plan
doesn't
B.
want to, I'll
Plan
grab
B.
him.
Okay,
Thanks.
yeah, no problem.
Not me.
Yeah, you.
All right, the green light is on. It's 9 o'clock. Call the, we call the meeting to order. Could I ask for a roll call vote? And Denise?
Commissioner Snyder,
Here.
Bone, Terwilliger,
Here.
Geisler,
Here.
Dorian, Smith,
Here.
Chairman Glazer.
Here. And Commissioner Terwilliger, would you lead us in the opening, please?
Lord, you have entrusted us as stewards of our great community. Please guide our hearts as we make decisions today. We seek you first in all we do. May we always be mindful of our guiding principle of service to Midland County and trust in you always. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. The first order of business will be approval of the minutes of the October 1st and October 8th, 2024.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Support. All those in favor of adopting the minutes as submitted indicate by saying aye. Aye. Anyone opposed, say nay. Motion carries. Item number 5, acceptance of claims and accounts for the weeks of September 23rd and 30th.
Properly addressed general bank claims approved for the weeks of 9/23/24 to 9/27/24 in the amount of $870,441.54. Total general fund expenditures, $468,623.43. And properly addressed general bank claims approved for the weeks of 9/30 to 10/4 in the amount of $2,929,608.87. Total general fund expenditures, $85,651.35.
Commissioner Snyder.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we accept the claims.
All right. So we have a motion and support. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed, say nay. Motion carries. So we have accepted the claims. Right now, I guess the next agenda item is a public hearing regarding the 2025 Administrator Controller recommended budget. Pardon?
Special program.
And I have to, 3 times.
No. Recalls.
Recall.
I'll just make, I'll just.
All right, so,
give you just a little bit of information.
oh,
So the board does have the administrative controller recommended budget. It was delivered on time by September 10th for the board budget calendar. It's balanced at about 38.7 million, which is just under 1.5 million less than this current year's amended budget. It does use just over $2 million in surplus to balance, which is a little bit more than the current year of 2024. But other than that, all programs and services will be continued.
okay.
Now you call 3 times.
Pardon?
Three
Now you
times
call
for
3
comment.
times.
All right. Is there any public comment on the budget? Any public comment? Going twice. All right, it's now, for those of you who've been holding out for the 3rd time, is there any public comment on the budget? Hearing none. We'll close the meeting. And we're going to move on to the special program of the day. This is Employee Appreciation Awards presented by the committee members Jenny Anway, Marissa Bolton, Jessica Gilkins, and Lindsay Kreiner. So I will turn it over to you folks.
Hi, everybody. I feel like a game show host. All right, good morning.
Good morning.
On behalf of the Midland County Employee Appreciation Committee and the Board of Commissioners, I'd like to welcome you to the Fall 2024 Employee Appreciation Award ceremony. The Employee Appreciation Program was established in 1991 to recognize employees who go beyond their normal job. Along with my fellow committee members, I have the honor of introducing you to some of the incredible employees of Midland County. For those of you that are receiving awards today, please stick around until the end of the ceremony. We're going to get a group photo. And after we have read each nomination aloud, please come forward to receive your award. Okay. First award goes to Amy Stokowiak, right? Stokowiak, thank you. Amy is a registered nurse in the maternal infant health program. Amy is frequently sought out by her peers for her knowledge and expertise in the area of maternal child health. She is the nurse on the team that does research, shares her knowledge, and finds educational materials to share with families. In addition, you'll see Amy working with nursing students, serving our kids and families at our back-to-school event, the Midland County Fair, and the countywide baby shower. Thank you, Amy, for always going above and beyond when working with our Midland County families and your colleagues. Thank you, Amy. Thanks. Okay, next person, Beverly Piles. Bev was nominated for her outstanding dedication to our Midland families. This past spring and summer, Beverly had both of her clerks out on leave as well as down to 2 nurses. She had to run multiple programs, including Children's Special Healthcare Services, Hearing and Vision, and the LED program, and Maternal Infant Health Program. Jeez, Bev. This past spring was a lot for anyone to handle, but Beverly did it with a smile while making sure families were taken care of, ensuring staff were able to take their scheduled time off and not be too overwhelmed with the extra caseloads. The Midland community is fortunate to have Beverly as always thinking about what is best in the health department, and is so thankful for Beverly to go above and beyond every single day. Thank you, Bev. Connor Smith, Road Patrol Deputy from the Sheriff's Office. Connor has been invaluable to the Road Patrol deputies with his role as president of the union. Connor saw through a successful contract negotiation, and he went above and beyond his role as a deputy during the process. Connor uses his knowledge and training skills to make our new deputies competent. Connor passed his drone pilot exam and is a member of the Sheriff's Office drone team. As if that's not enough, he's an active member of the dive team and helps with boat operation and support. Connor is a valued member of the county, and his efforts are sometimes underappreciated. Thank you, Connor. Connor worked last night.
Thank you.
Elizabeth Lizzie Collins, file clerk at Circuit Court. Lizzie has really stepped up recently when we needed her. Despite the overwhelming amount of work in the Circuit Court Clerk's office, she has found a way to help her coworkers in any way she can. Her main responsibilities are front counter, filings, jury duty, and handling passports. But she has recently learned to manage the courtroom for both Judge Beal and Judge Karras, input civil, criminal, and domestic filings, and handle many passports, all while keeping up with her workload. She has stepped up in so many ways, and we are so thankful to have her in our office. Thank you, Lizzie. You made Lizzie. Michelle Swells, Circuit Court. Michelle is the judicial assistant to Judge Beal. With Michelle's many years of experience, she keeps the office running efficiently while always having a smile on her face. Her dedication and commitment to the courts of Midland County and the high quality of service she provides is a true testament of who she is as a human. She is an excellent communicator and always anticipates what needs to be done to ensure that the courtroom runs as scheduled and all parties involved are taken care of. Thank you, Michelle, for your dedication to Midland County over the years. Busy at the courthouse.
Hello. Julie Baker, Health Data Specialist, Health Department. Julie continues to put others first even when she is flooded with tasks. When someone calls in, she is able to step in and assist, and she does so without hesitation. When someone has a question, she either knows it or can find a solution or answer. She does not take the easy way out. When we have clinics, she organizes them, gathers the supplies, and even calls outside vendors to help promote them. She comes in early and stays late. Julie is a team player, always wants what's best for the health department and what it stands for, and is a trusted employee. She loves her job and continues to excel by continuing her education and earning important certifications. Thank you, Julie. Trish Baumgartner, Senior IT Engineer, Information Technology. Trisha was the lead on the Sheriff's Department patrol car upgrades. She has been in communication with Shannon Gilbo and his deputies on replacing the computers, modems, and troubleshooting during the upgrades. With her hard work, I nominate her for this award for her determination, cooperation, and performance just on this one example alone. Thank you, Trish. Lori Enzer, Public Guardian. Lori works in the Public Guardian's office and assists in the management of a large caseload of some of Midland's most vulnerable. No 2 days in her office are the same, and just like her duties are varied, so are the challenges that are presented on a daily basis. Lori has been witnessed helping anyone who comes into the building, client or not, find their way or be connected to resources that they otherwise didn't know how to access. Lori has found herself in intimidating or even threatening situations and always keeps her cool and navigates through any challenges that come her way. Midland County is fortunate to have an employee like her, and this community is better because she is a part of it. Thank you, Lori. Patrick Clark, Parks Manager, Parks and Rec. Patrick Clark is the Parks Manager and right-hand man to the Parks Director when it comes to anything and everything happening at the county parks. In 2020, COVID changed how people gathered, even when it came to being outdoors. Then, as if that challenge wasn't enough, the face of the most visited park in the county changed when the dams failed. Overnight, the management of county parks truly turned into disaster management and recovery. Over the past several years, county staff and elected officials have witnessed firsthand the way that Patrick has tackled dealings with FEMA and personnel issues, among others. Even many creative responses to issues that have arisen, most infamously, getting trapped in another country in the name of getting the splash pad at Sanford Lake Park back up and running. Patrick has proven time and again that not only is he capable of his leadership role, but that he truly shines in his role. This community is so fortunate to have him helping to pave the way for recreation in Midland County. Thank you.
Bravo, Patrick.
Christina Crawford, Deputy Property Tax Adjustment Specialist, Treasurer. According to her nominator, Christina should have been nominated years ago. She has always embraced challenges and been willing to learn anything and everything thrown at her. Furthermore, Christina is one of the most reliable and resourceful people. Thinking back to when she started to now, she has truly bloomed in her career, and the county is all the better for it. The reason she is being nominated now is because she took on a new major role in the treasurer's office while still filling gaps on her previous role. Learning the property tax adjustment specialist job is a huge feat in itself. Doing that while our office is short-staffed and maintaining her previous role, all with a great attitude, is nothing short of amazing and deserves recognition. Thank you, Christina.
Tom, can you hear me? Tom Maneri. Tom has become the face that every person in the county services building has come to know, rely on, and maybe even love. There is nothing that Tom wouldn't make happen as long as it is possible. Every call or email is met with an immediate response, even if it is outside of his work hours. Of course, it is given that facility employees can expect after calls, after hours, but Tom's willingness to help and the fact that he really knows the answer to any question makes him the go-to at every turn. Tom can be found most Tuesday mornings, assisting with the recording of the board meetings. He navigates technical challenges with ease, or at least he won't ever show that it's a challenge. His calm demeanor and presence in the county service building puts a smile on so many people's faces and makes work a little less like it. Thank you for all you do, Tom. Is Amanda here? Amanda?
He's on station.
Okay. Amanda Dykeman. Amanda is a phenomenal employee at the county and the most senior deputy clerk in her office. On any given day, you can see her smiling face in the clerk's office, processing CPL requests and assisting other deputy clerks with their duties. This year, the clerk's office has had to deal with multiple staffing issues on top of being the busiest election season they have ever experienced. Amanda did not hesitate to step up and help her fellow coworkers throughout these challenges. But the most important thing to note is that she took the job duties on as office supervisor and began clerking board meetings. She dove right into a completely new role with minimal assistance and never once complained. Sitting at the head of a public meeting can be very intimidating, but yet again, Amanda never faltered. She has treated every person and official she has encountered with respect and grace. She brought an outside perspective to the role and has even offered suggestions that will streamline processes across multiple offices in the future. Amanda has never done any of this for recognition, but because she believes that working for the county means working toward a common goal. While this award will likely embarrass her, she is more than deserving of recognition for going above and beyond for this organization. Thank you for everything you do, Amanda, and for always doing it with a smile on your face. Beth Haskell. Beth here? She is? Okay. Court employees are no strangers to mandates from the State Court Administrative Office. Simply put, it has become a way of life. Regardless, the notion that an already extremely busy court must step in, implement the new state's e-filing system was not met without aspiration and stress. After all, the implementation would fundamentally change the way the district court processes civil cases. However, Beth was excited about the challenge and dove headfirst into this implication process. She approached every implication milestone with a positive attitude and always focused on the possibilities of the new system rather than the potential drawbacks. Her leadership and technical knowledge has been truly valuable through this process. To put it bluntly, the court likely would not implement this system without her. Thank you, Beth. Is it Micaiah? Am I saying it right? Michaela? There's no L in there. Knitter. In addition to being generally a highly efficient employee in an extremely busy court, Michaela recently took on extraordinary steps to ensure the well-being of a court participant. An elderly disabled arrived by taxi in the courthouse as arranged by her son, who lives out of state. When the litigant's son had not heard from his mother about a ride home, he became highly concerned and called the court. Michaela took the call and immediately stepped in to locate this individual. She had begun to try to walk home all by herself. Michaela managed to convince her to come back to the courthouse and successfully arranged for a taxi to pick her up and take her home. Without Michaela's quick action, this situation could have ended much differently. The efforts she made that day are a testament to her character, and Midland County is incredibly fortunate to have her as an employee.
Okay, you guys get me to wrap this up. Brooklyn Reed works in the clerk's office. Brooklyn received 3 separate nominations, and this is what her colleagues had to say. 2024 has proven to be a challenging election cycle with duties growing exponentially due to the early vote site. Brooklyn Reed has stepped up to cover absences and facilitate a smooth election. She's always on time, takes direction well, executes directives with little supervision, and has become an integral part of many projects happening in the clerk's office currently. When involved in a project, she takes ownership of her actions and always seeks to help others in their roles. She always brings a can-do attitude to whatever task she's assigned and is a joy to work around. Another area Brooklyn has recently shown dedication and commitment to our office is the addition of a new employee. She dove right in, providing notes she'd prepared for her replacement, as well as shepherding the new hire as they grow in their understanding of the position. She accomplishes all of this while being a full-time student, a dedicated daughter, and an active aunt. Thank you, Brooklyn, for your dedication and selfless service to the office. Next, we have Norma Stewart, and she's not here today. She's cruising. She works in our drain office. The drain office has redrawn over 150 drainage districts in the past 3 years. Much of this work has landed on the shoulders of Norma. She has had to reinvent many methods and procedures to be able to keep pace with the increase in workload, while continuing to administer the scheduling of board meetings, writing meeting minutes, and providing treasury reports for dozens of public meetings each year. Norma can often be found in the office on her days off or on the weekends to make certain that the work required by drain laws are accomplished in a timely manner, and still finds time to volunteer on the Flower Fund Committee and the Retirement Board. The employees of the drain office consider Norma to be an essential asset to the department and to the entire county. Norma is deserving of the highest award possible from the Employee Appreciation Award Committee. Thank you, Norma. Next, we have Jeff DeRocher, the jail administrator. Jeff's nominator wanted to express their admiration for Captain Jeff DeRocher's outstanding efforts in the workplace. In July and August of this year, there were 2 critical incidents at the jail. Captain DeRocher was notified of the incidents and forfeited time with his family to respond to the jail to lend assistance to his team. This is just one example of the countless hours and selflessness that Captain DeRocher has exhibited while working for Midland County. Captain DeRocher goes the extra mile without complaining and oftentimes stays over to get the job done. Captain DeRocher's professionalism and leadership has motivated others on his team to strive for excellence. His passion for an extremely demanding and tough job makes him approachable in tough situations and a pleasure to work with. Thank you, Jeff, for your passion, excellence, and contributions to make the organization better. And last but certainly not least, we have Marissa Bolton, the manager of community corrections. At the Midland County Jail, Marissa manages pretrial services, multiple teachers, and several mental health professionals. Her goal is to always do better. That motto is for her coworkers, our defendants, our community partners, and the public. She spends most of her time at work fixing other people's problems. The problem might be a missed transportation connection so that a defendant can be taken to treatment, or a defendant that is being bonded out who doesn't have the proper clothing for the current weather. Don't ask me how, but Marissa has a solution for any issue that's presented to her. She tries to find the good in everyone. She truly believes that with the proper support, education, personal motivation, and determination, our defendants can change the behaviors that place them into the criminal justice system. Marissa has a heart of gold. She is above reproach, and her reputation among her peers, legal professionals, community partners, and coworkers is second to none. To quote her nominator, "I've been blessed to have worked with great leaders in corrections, the military, public safety, and small unit operations. Marissa is at the top of that list. Although she's the boss, she treats all of her coworkers as an equal. She ensures that we are all stakeholders in our mission. She encompasses the ability to bring common sense ideas to a complicated world. Everywhere I go in community corrections, people ask if I work for Marissa, and I always tell them no, I am blessed to work with Marissa. If her general job duties don't keep her busy enough, she sits on multiple boards and committees throughout the community, including TRICAP and Community Wishes, and is always the first person to assist with community fundraisers. For these reasons and many more, we honor you today, Marissa." So this concludes today's program. Please join us in the conference room right next door for refreshments and to congratulate all of the award recipients. And for those of you who received awards, please don't forget to gather right outside in the atrium for a group photo. Thank you.
We take a 15-minute. A 15-minute recess.
Are you singing today?
Well, I've had that song going for years. It said, "Tom,
All
can you
right,
hear me?"
folks, it's 9:45. We're going to come back to order. The next item on our agenda is public comment. Is there any public comment? And let's see, I guess we limit it to
3 minutes.
3 minutes? Oh, Jessica's getting the timer ready. Timer's
Lucky at
ready.
4.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning. Jill Booth, Homer Township. Counting every legal vote is the law. I've been reviewing election data and processes for the last 4 years. Since July, I've submitted 27 record challenges to the county to remove approved and deceased registrants with dates of death from 2005 to 2024. 23 of those records are now removed. I also assembled a team to canvass homes of voters who've moved out of state, and we submitted 6 affidavits to the city with evidence from the National Change of Address database. Last month, when I asked about them, I was told they weren't valid and our help wasn't needed. I questioned this in an email citing MCL 168.512 with no reply. This law allows challenges and requires a 30-day record update. 5 of the 6 registrations are now in challenge or verify status. We've submitted a letter to both clerk offices offering a process to comply with HAVA law requiring only citizens vote. I was told by the city only state guidance is followed, and the county said they would review and discuss it at a statewide clerk conference. Our Secretary of State has been sued successfully, many times over election law violations. Recent RNC cases address Detroit ensuring the equal number of Republican and Democrat poll workers, the Michigan UOCAVA guidance allowing overseas citizens who've never lived here to illegally vote, the guidance to process ballots with missing stub numbers, and the guidance for clerks to presume instead of verify absentee ballot signatures. Our QVF data currently shows 7,188 absentee ballots were sent, 6,260 records show voted. Could voted mean ballot returned? 45 absentee ballots were in fact sent to challenge and verify status registrants. 1 record shows voted. Of 229 UOCAVA registrants, 202 ballots were sent and 54 show voted, and no current tie to a Michigan address is required. Questioning data integrity, excuse me, I have to breathe, isn't a reflection of the clerk's hard work, and it's disingenuous to imply community involvement comes from ignorance or malice. If there was more transparency, such as granting the FOIA request for a 2020 cast vote records file, there would be more public trust in elections. Please consider Commissioner Smith's suggestion last week for public awareness sessions and consider publicizing and videotaping all meetings to increase transparency, understanding, and engagement. Thank you. I've left you all with a packet with some of these, with some of this that I put this together with. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Joe. Any other public comments?
Good morning. Renita Bonadies, Homer Township. I spoke 2 weeks ago about the voter registration data. I used the April 2023 census data and the September qualified voter file from the Secretary of State's office. As for the QVF data, the public can only get this information from a Freedom of Information Act request, and that data is produced on the 1st of each month, so my numbers will always be a bit off from what the county clerk has access to in real time. I have the October qualified voter file from the Michigan Secretary of State, and am referencing the July 2023 U.S. Census data. In last week's executive meeting, the fact that 16 to 17 and a half-year-olds can be registered and in the QVF was mentioned by the clerk 3 times to justify high registration numbers. What was not mentioned is the fact that there are 0 registered voters in the qualified voter file that fall in this category. In fact, there are 0 16 to 17 and a half-year-olds in the entire 8.4 million registered voters in the state of Michigan. as they are not qualified to vote, so they should not be. They are pre-registered. There was also mention of the military and overseas voters. In the October QVF, there are 229 UOCAVA voters, as they're called. 26 are military and 203 are non-military overseas voters. Here are the numbers from the data files I've analyzed. Population estimate is 84,039 in the Midland County. Persons under 18 years is 20.8%. The qualified voter file I have for this Midland County has 71,842 records as of October 1st. 3,101 are in the verified status and 3,954 in the challenge status, leaving the active registered voters at 64,787. Just a cursory calculation of the census data would say that only 79.2% of all residents are voting age, therefore 66,559. I will note that absentee ballots have been sent to some of the verified and challenge status voters. Looking only at the 64,787 with an active voter status, we are at a 97.3% registration rate of voting age adults in Midland County. The national average is about 70% of voting age adults being registered. This is the point I was making about the very high registration rate and being concerned about the integrity of the voter rolls. Thank you. And you also have information on your desk.
Thank you. Any further public comment? Okay, hearing none, we'll move on. Let's see, we have no items on the consent agenda, and we'll move on to standing committee reports. Committee report number 1.
Dated October 11th, 2024, properly addressed, ladies and gentlemen. We, your Administration and Operations Committee, recommend approval of the attached changes to the following county policies. 101.3, appointments to and operating guidelines for county boards and commissions. 101.4, request for formal opinions from prosecutor's office. 101.12, distribution of Board of Commissioners meeting packets and standing committee meeting agendas. Respectfully submitted, Jeanette M. Snyder, Chairperson, James Geisler, Eric Dorian, Administration and Operations Committee.
Yes, Commissioner Snyder.
Mr. Chairman, the A&O Committee recommends 84-8-24.
Are there any questions? Denise, would you call roll, please?
Commissioners Dorian,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Snyder,
Yes.
Bone, Terwilliger,
Yes.
Geisler,
Yes.
Chairman Glazer.
Yes.
6 yeas, 1 absent, motion carries.
And item number 2.
Dated October 11th, properly addressed, ladies and gentlemen, we, your Administration and Operations Committee, recommend approval of an administrator-controller agreement between the County of Midland and Bridget Granston. The term of this agreement is from October 15th, 2024 through August 31st, 2027. This agreement provides for the county to employ an administrator-controller under Michigan compiled laws, section 46.11 and 46.13B. And in turn, the county agrees to pay the employee annual compensation, the amount of which is included in the 2024 county budget and will continue to be provided for in subsequent years. Respectfully submitted, Jeanette M. Snyder, Chairperson, James Geisler, Eric Dorian, Administration and Operations Committee.
Commissioner Snyder.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, the Administration Operation Committee recommends 94-10-24.
Any commissioner comments or questions? Seeing none. Denise, would you call roll, please?
Commissioner Snyder,
Yes.
Glazer, I'm
Ye-
sorry, Bone, Terwilliger,
Yes.
Geisler,
Yes.
Dorian,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Chairman Glazer.
Yes.
6 yeas, 1 absent, motion carries.
All right. Agenda item number 3.
Dated October 11th, 2024, properly addressed, ladies and gentlemen. We, your Finance Committee, recommend approval of the Michigan Department of Treasury form titled Statement Showing Taxable Valuations and Mills Apportioned by the County Board of Commissioners, also known as the Annual Apportionment Report. This form fulfills the statutory requirement and reports the allowable millage to be levied for the current year. These millages are certified to the state via electronic submission by the Equalization Director. However, this report is kept on file to meet the statutory requirement of MCL 211.37. Respectfully submitted, Steve Glazer, Chairperson, Eric Dorian, James Geisler, Finance Committee.
Commissioner Dorian.
Mr. Chairperson, the Finance Committee recommends adoption of Agenda Item 92-10-24.
Are there any questions, comments? Hearing none, would you call roll, please, Denise?
Commissioners Bone, Terwilliger,
Yes.
Geisler,
Yes.
Dorian,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Snyder,
yes,
Chairman Glazer.
Yes.
6 yeas, 1 absent, motion carries.
Agenda item number 4.
Dated October 11th, 2024, properly addressed, we, your Finance Committee, recommend approval of the proposed adjustments to the 2024 budget as submitted by the Finance Director. Respectfully submitted, Steve Glazer, Chairperson, Eric Dorian, James Geisler, Finance Committee.
Okay, Commissioner Dorian.
Mr. Chairman, the Finance Committee recommends adoption of Agenda Item 93-10-24.
Any questions from the commissioners? Seeing none. Denise, would you call roll, please?
Commissioners Terwilliger,
Yes.
Geisler.
Yes.
Dorian.
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Snyder.
yes,
Bone, Chairman Glazer.
Yes.
6 yeas, 1 absent, motion carries.
Agenda item number 5.
Dated October 11th, 2024, properly addressed, ladies and gentlemen. We, your Finance Committee, recommend approval of a 3% wage increase for the county elected officials as follows. Elected official, county clerk, 3% increase, 2025, $101,244. Drain commissioner, $97,786. Prosecuting attorney, $153,894. Register of Deeds, $91,260. Sheriff, $128,466. Treasurer, $101,946. The 2025 Administrator Controller's recommended budget includes these salary figures. Respectfully submitted, Steve Glazer, Chairperson, Eric Dorian, James Geisler, Finance Committee.
Commissioner Dorian.
Mr. Chairman, the Finance Committee recommends adoption of Agenda Item 95-10-24.
Are there any questions or comments from the commissioners? Seeing none. Denise, would you call roll, please?
Commissioners Geisler,
Yes.
Dorian,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Snyder,
yes,
Bone, Terwilliger,
Yes.
Chairman Glazer.
Yes.
6 yeas, 1 absent, motion carries.
Okay. Agenda item number 6, please.
Dated October 11th, 2024, properly addressed, ladies and gentlemen. We, your Human Services Committee, recommend approval of the attached changes to the following county policies. 101.14 Drug-Free Workplace Policy, 201.2 Injuries and/or Accidents on County Property, 402.1 Active Employee Healthcare Benefits, 402.2 Annual Leave, 402.11 Employee Assistance Program, 403.6 Military Leave, 405.2 Midland County Hiring Policy, 405.5 Starting Salary Rates for Non-Union Employees. Respectfully submitted, Gay Terwilliger, Chairperson, Jeanette M. Snyder, and Elena Smith, Human Services Committee.
Commissioner Terwilliger.
Mr. Chairman, Human Services recommends approval of Agenda Item 84-8-24.
Are there any questions or comments from commissioners? Seeing none. Denise, would you call roll, please?
Commissioners Dorian,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Snyder,
Yes.
Bone, Terwilliger,
Yes.
Geisler,
Yes.
Chairman Glazer.
Yes.
6 yeas, 1 absent, motion carries.
All right. We have no requests, petitions, or communications, no old business, no other new business. I guess we're down to commissioner comments. Commissioner Terwilliger.
I love being first.
All right.
Thank you, Chairman. I would say that this is my last employee appreciation, and this is like the best meeting of the year. This is the one that I look forward to, an employee recognition in December. They're the two favorite meetings, and I commend all of our employees and the hard work and the expertise that they exhibit, and so appreciative and grateful for them. Thank you.
Commissioner Geisler.
No comment.
Commissioner Dorian.
I'd also like to thank all of the employees that were recognized today. Very much appreciate all your hard work and your dedication to the county.
Commissioner Smith.
I would just like to echo the other commissioners' comments as well. I love the employee appreciation. It's so fun and encouraging to hear what different people are engaged in year-round and what a great team we have. And every year I hear about a new program that I didn't know we even had that I want to research more. So I just appreciate everyone for all their hard work. Thank you.
Commissioner Snyder.
I would like to echo those comments as well. I love the personal stories, and it just reminds us that we're all just people doing our best for the county. And so I just want to express my appreciation for them as well. Thank you.
Well, I too appreciate all of the fine work that our employees do, and I want to also thank and commend the committee that takes the time,
Hear, hear.
from their schedules to plan and make this the event that it is. So thank you to all who participate in that. So time for commissioner meeting schedules. Commissioner Terwilliger.
Yes, I plan
with you
to
again.
attend our annual Officer and Firefighter Award tonight. Looking forward to that. That is a wonderful event. And thanking Esther Gerstacker for the endowment on making that event possible each year. I have Recovery Court this coming up Thursday at the courthouse. On next Monday, the 21st, I have Senior Services. And on the 28th, I plan on attending the Opiate Summit over at Soaring Eagle. That's part of it, feeds into being the commissioner on the Corrections Committee. And I also have reporting Human Service on the 29th. And we have our quarterly Community Corrections Advisory Board meeting on the 30th of October. And that, I believe, will be at Pizza Sam's. And also, is it Bridget? It kind of goes, yeah, this one is, because sometimes it's a LEC too. And the 31st is Recovery Court, as well as followed by later that day, Pinecrest negotiations. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Geisler.
I have no unusual meeting schedule. I have just the normal October 29th for Human Services, Finance, and A&O.
All right. Commissioner Dorian.
None to announce, Mr. Chairman.
Commissioner Smith.
Thank you. I'm also planning on attending the Law Enforcement and Firefighter of the Year award ceremony tonight. And then next Monday, October 21st, I am going to Northern Michigan Counties Association up in Roscommon. And then the following Monday, October 28th, I have City Council at 7 p.m. And that brings me up to our next meeting. Thank you.
And Commissioner Snyder.
Thank you. October is full. I'm also attending the meeting tonight. Today is a good day with all the recognition that is going around. Important to do. On the 17th, we have a ribbon cutting in Coleman for the Miles Parkway. That's something the MBA's been working on for years. So I'll be going up there at 3 o'clock. Then we have the Sanford Lake Improvement Board that evening in Jerome Township at 7 p.m. And the 21st is Warren Township at 6:30. The 22nd, City of Coleman at 7 p.m. The 24th is the Road Commission at 9 a.m. And that evening, the Wixom Lake Improvement Board in Billings Township at 6 p.m. On Tuesday, the 29th, we'll have our regular committee meetings, and I will be chairing A&O at 2:30 that day, right here. And then that brings us to our board meeting, which is going to be just a reminder on Monday, the 4th at 9 a.m. because the election's on the 5th. Thank you, that is all.
All right. And I also will be going to the law enforcement firefighters dinner tonight, so that will be a wonderful recognition event for a lot of good young men and women. Tomorrow, Wednesday, at, let's see, we meet at 4 o'clock, the Substance Use Disorder Oversight Policy Board in Lansing, and 7 o'clock, Homer Township. Thursday, the 24th, Mid-Michigan Community Action Agency in Farwell will have a Board of Director meeting. On Monday, let's see, not Monday, Tuesday, we will have our Finance Committee meeting here at 1:30. So that's all that I have to report. And so that wraps up Commissioner meeting schedule. At this time, we're going to go into a closed session for labor negotiations. So can I have a motion to enter the
Move
closed
to
session?
go into closed session to discuss labor negotiations, Mr. Chair.
Support.
All those in favor, say aye.
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 To restock on cookies.
Okay,
Yeah.
Most important.
thank you, folks. So we can,
Motion to go back into open session.
so motion to go back into open session
Following labor negotiations.
following labor negotiations.
Support.
All those, right, support. All those in favor say aye. Aye. We are in open session. Let's see.
Motion to adjourn.
Support.
Yeah. All right, you're getting ahead of me here. Motion to adjourn, support. All those in favor say aye. Aye. This meeting is adjourned until Monday, November 4th, 2024 at 9 a.m. to meet in a regular session of the Board of Commissioners and for the committees to resume their duties. Have a great week.
We will. Steve?